Well, my friends, take a deep breath, everybody stay calm. But after all these years of watching the sport of professional wrestling, we are but days away from experiencing the greatest wrestling match of all time. I mean, what? We're so lucky. We're so lucky to be alive in this era where we get to witness this. And it's happening on Backlash. I mean, you thought maybe it'd be at Wrestle Kingdom or at WrestleMania or some big event like that. But it's on WWE Backlash. Who would have thunk it? But before we get there, we need to do something that's even more important than that. I know it's hard to get your head around, and that's go through every single match on WWE Backlash and decide what's going to happen. That's right, we're predicting things. And I finally realized what we're going to do now is, when we get to Monday and we do ups and downs for Backlash, I'll also tie that up with my predictions, and we can see if I'm a smart Sally or if I'm a stupid dick. Let's predict Backlash. Now, small little spoiler warning before we talk about Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy, because I am going to refer to some things that have happened on SmackDown. And as this video is going live before SmackDown, you'll be like, Simon, how have you used these magic powers? Well, it broke on the internet, so just run away for a little bit and come back if you don't want to know what happens. But as it turns out, there is going to be a huge angle on Friday night that involves Jeff Hardy and Sheamus, and basically the Irishman is going to, have Jeff Hardy try to take a drug test because he thinks he's an absolute loon that's out of his mind. So given everything that we've seen, and given that we have taken Jeff Hardy's personal problems and thrown them into this angle, which I've talked about on Ups and Downs, I'm not going to talk about it here, surely he has to win. Too many times we've seen WWE skirt around these issues and you think, okay, well, I'm not very comfortable with it, but as long as the good guy comes out on top, everything will be all right. We just need to do it. And I know you can say, well, Sheamus can win here and then Jeff Hardy can win the next two. No. Jeff Hardy has to win right here, right now. And I love Sheamus. I think once Sheamus is retired, we're going to look back and go, man, we didn't appreciate him for what he was, and we didn't appreciate his bright ginger hair. Jeff Hardy should just win, and he should win clean, and it should send the message out there to the WWE universe that you don't bully and you don't act like a massive bellend. Simple as that. Jeff Hardy, I'm in your corner. We also have a rematch for the United States Championship because Andrade earned the opportunity to take on Apollo Cruz. Now, I'm a little bit scared about this one because while it seems like WWE has finally decided to push Apollo Cruz after 42,795 years, we know how that goes. Vince McMahon may wake up on the wrong side of bed and just go, ha ha ha, pal, I think Apollo Cruz should lose. And then when I go to bed at night, I have to cry tears of sadness, and I would prefer to cry tears of joy. I think what is interesting is that Kevin Owens and Angel Garza, as of yet, again, WWE can add matches in at the last minute, but they have not been booked for this card, and I would have bet my right arm that that was going to happen, hence why I no longer have a right arm. But maybe the reason we haven't done this is because KO and Angel Garza are going to get involved here. And you know what? If you want to do that and have some kind of fracas distraction finish, because WWE rolls the dice and sometimes it says that's what they've got to do, I'm all right with it as long as Apollo Crews wins. What I would rather happen is you give him 15-20 minutes, they have a barn burner of a match, and Apollo finishes up with that powerbomb thing to make him go, hey look, I'm a really credible and important US champion, but whatever we have to do to get to Monday night and still have Apollo as our guy. I'm going to say that WWE actually is going to let them do that, and there isn't going to be any gaga, but that really makes me a bald asshole. I'm pulling for Apollo. We also have the triple threat women's tag team match where the Iconics, who lost on Monday Night Raw, will be taking on the champions Sasha Banks and Bayley, and another team known as Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. This is kind of the same thing that I've just talked about. I hate repeating myself, but WWE sometimes doesn't see sense. You only just gave these championships to Bayley and Sasha Banks. And actually, I kind of agree with Paige and Beth Phoenix, who are on WWE backstage saying, look, I don't really care who the champions are right now. We just need to shine a better spotlight on these, and we need to get more of the women into the division. Because I've said this before, I'll say it again. Where did Natalya go? Where's Shayna Baszler? Where's Liv Morgan? Where's Bianca Belair? It seems kind of crazy to me that we did make Sasha Banks and Bayley the tag team champions, even though I did enjoy it massively, when you could have them involved in singles feud with any of the women I just talked about. So again, don't muck around with these titles. I mean, it's gonna work, because it will tie into the fact that Sasha Banks and Bayley will have this huge bust up, and that's cool. But once that is said and done, let's just separate the deck a little bit and throw cards all around the place. Some cards on SmackDown, some cards on Raw, cards up in your face. And also you can have Peyton Royce and Billie Kay lose again, because they never win. Just, as soon as they're done, they can come out on the next show and go, can't believe we didn't win, mate. That's really unfortunate. Oh, and then they really annoy you because that's what the Iconics do. Then they'll go, oh, Iconic. And they'll stand there like that and you'll laugh because they're also very entertaining. So yeah, Bayley's your women's champion. She should probably get the win here after maybe blind tagging Sasha Banks, so you continue on that story. Ticks my box. Sasha and Bayley win. We'll stick with the women's matches as well because we also have Asuka versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship, and it's nice and simple. Make sure Asuka wins. I think that's a 99% certainty because we couldn't have had more hints. You may as well have had a giant come out on Raw and go, the next feud is going to be Asuka versus Charlotte, because you remember everything that's going to happen. And that's where you should get more worried, because can I see Charlotte taking the belt off Asuka? Yeah, damn right I can. And that's probably why she lost the NXT Championship. Somebody rub egg on my face. But with that said, we do know that WWE loves Nia Jax. Just look at the way that she's been booked. And if she lost clean here, well, that kind of pulls the rug out from underneath her, and I don't think we're going to do that. So maybe Kairi Sane gets involved, and maybe the Queen turns up too. This one is really hard to call because Asuka only got the championship because she did damn well during the no-fan era, and because Becky Lynch decided to go and take some time off. I'm scared. I've got the fear. I've got the doulallies in my brain, but I think Asuka should just tap out Nia Jax with the Asuka lock. That's fine. No one's going to care. Everyone's going to be happy, and it really is about appeasing the audience. Don't forget that. No one's going to sit there and moan and go, I can't believe they buried Nia Jax. Nobody will say it. We also have the strangest Universal Championship match in history, and I actually think I mean that. Because it is Braun Strowman, the current champion, taking on both The Miz and John Morrison in a handicap match. And don't forget the build-up for this has been, jackass prank, your protein shake went everywhere. Jackass prank, goo almost fell on you. Proper, criminal act. We blew up your car, and then he tried to kill him. What is this? Now, I'm not gonna lie, on the down low, on the secret, if WWE decided to give the belt to John Morrison as The Miz, as some weird co-champions, I do think that, pulls down your pants and basically craps all over that title. But I also think actually it'd be more entertaining and more fun than Braun Strowman having it, because his reign is just so mad right now because no one can actually figure out what his character is, hence why he teamed up with a 10-year-old to win the tag team championships. I wouldn't mind it. I never thought I'd said that. I actually think I'd support these two. But it is not going to happen. And in fact, my prediction is that this will not even go 120 seconds. John Morrison, The Miz, will get a little bit of offense, then Braun Strowman will go, oh, my hands! And he will run riot over this pair, and he'll pin them both. The Miz and John Morrison will be stacked up like a hamburger, a double one, which is delicious, and he'll probably pin them just with one fist, while of course shouting, oh, my hands! Because that's what he does. If Braun Strowman loses the Universal Championship at Backlash, I will take a razor and I will shave all my hair off. I know, calm down, but I put it out there. Braun is going to win, although again, on the secret down low, I'd rather he didn't. Our other WWE Championship match is Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre, and this is another one. If you had said to me a month ago that I was going to utter these words, I would have slapped you, because I would have been like, don't lie, don't drag my name through the dirt. I'm very proud of my reputation. But if we did decide to pull a curveball here and have Bobby Lashley win the championship with help and assistance from MVP, so we put a protective bubble around Drew McIntyre, I wouldn't mind, because I just think Bobby and which I'm going to call MVP, that's his name, I just think they're so good together. They've got great chemistry. Of course, the flip side of this is that Drew is a great WWE champion, and to strip that of him now may actually cut off some of his momentum. But again, there is justification here. Maybe there's an idea of when we're allowed fans back in the building, and if Bobby Lashley wins the belt, and then you rebuild to Drew McIntyre becoming a two-time world champion, as fans go crazy going, oh, Drew, you're the best, Claymore, hit me in the face, oh, it's so exciting. I think that could be okay. However, nobody actually knows when that's going to happen. There's a lot of hearsay, but no one has any proper facts, so Drew McIntyre should probably just claim or kick him and get the 1, 2, 3. As Drew has said, when he won the belt at WrestleMania, he has now fought 8 or 9 people, or 7 people I should say, but he's won consecutively every single match, and his personality's better, and he feels all confident, and he actually feels like the WWE champion, and a huge reason for that is because of longevity. If you take it away from him now, he's held it for what? April, May, June, July. So in about 3 or 4 months. So that's a solid reign. But hey, why don't we go the whole hog piggy and go for a full 12 months? Maybe he even retains it at WrestleMania 37. Those things do work. So there's a small part of me, just here, right here in my stomach, that thinks Bobby Lashley may actually win again thanks to MVP. And then maybe Lana. That's what actually will happen. Lana will come out and go, Bobby, and that will distract him, and then he'll get Claymore kicked, and he'll still be fine because McIntyre wins. But you're like, why couldn't we have just done this clean? Either way, I'm going with Drew. Which brings us to the greatest wrestling match of all time. Now, I will tell you this, it's already been taped. I know, you can read this on the internet, and by and large, it sounds like actually it is a phenomenal wrestling match, but it will never be the best wrestling match because Edge himself said there is no such thing. You may think Bret versus Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13 is the best match ever. Somebody over here may think it's Omega versus Okada. Somebody over there may think it's Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat. I obviously think it's every single Repo Man match that ever went down. But as long as this is fun and entertaining, I think we can accept this as just a marketing and promotional tool, which is fine. That's what WWE does. That's all I need. I also think that Randy Orton should win. I really do. I don't think you're going to end the feud here. I think you want to get at least 3 bouts out of this. And we had the last man standing thing at WrestleMania, which of course the Rated R Superstar won. And I think there's more of an interesting storyline if Randy Orton actually proves his point and Edge then has to look in the mirror and go, oh man, this is the mirror. I've been 9 years away from this and I just lost the greatest wrestling match of all time. That's far more exciting than, oh, I'm back and I beat Randy Orton. I mean, that stands to reason anyway. That makes all the sense in the world. Orton's been doing this for the last decade. Edge hasn't. He should win. He ain't got no ring rust. It can even just be Orton catching him with an RK out of nowhere, and then Edge can sell it all on his face. And then when you do build to the last match in the trilogy, you can come up with some other crazy idea, and Edge can win that one. Then he's come back, he can go off and feud with somebody else, and he's 2-1 up over Randy Orton. Doesn't affect Orton, he's a main event guy, and Edge is back, and everybody's happy. But here, on this night, the winner of the greatest wrestling match ever will be Rated RKO. No, wait, that's them as a team. Randy Orton. And there you go, there's my predictions. Again, we will catch up with them on Monday to try and find out if I'm an idiot or if I'm really smart. But the most important thing is you leave your predictions down in the comments below. Make sure you do it. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to What Culture Wrestling. Head over to whatculture.com. You can read articles. You love reading, you've got eyes. You can follow What Culture on Twitter at What Culture WWE. And you can watch more videos here on What Culture Wrestling. My name is Simon from What Culture. Thank you as always for watching. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy SmackDown, enjoy Backlash, enjoy eating some food. If you don't eat, you're gonna die. See you soon.